I'll fiddle around. I'll let you know when it comes.
Well, you're gonna be the first one that says words on it. Is the only one's gonna use his pool and back up out of here right now. There should be sound on it because I just turned all of the sound on instead of just the 2 that should make it work. As the silence goes on to Akali, she's gonna chase into No Name. That was the first kill of the game. She's gonna try to get a second one right here. That's a good amount of damage on her as she drops that.
Forced to run away. Will they keep going? No.
Slothman's gonna just pester. And I've always said this about Slothman. Not the most incredible human being, but really good at pestering you.
Wow. Wow.
He did it right
This
there.
is a scathing indictment.
And look at him, just pestering. Here comes No Name. They're actually doing a good amount of damage, but Akali has shown up. They're actually 2 levels above. The teleport actually gets dropped by
the early
the only
TP.
one. Yeah, that's the Vladimir right there. He's just saying, okay, my guy roamed. I know he did, but on level 6, they're not. Let's give a little pressure. Guys, sound is on. Can I get a yes or a no in chat? Bud watch. Let's look at the Bud. 38. Yep. Guys, if I asked you what item did Bud start and you couldn't see the stream, you would probably say Cull. And that is what he's done. Really good riposte right there, too, as he
Nice
trades a lot more damage. He gets dropped the ultimate. He says, I can fucking kill you. He's going to go for it. The flash away from Kang. Going to keep him alive for a little bit longer as the only one and Akali are just slapping each other here in the mid lane. Bot lane, there's a big wave pushing in. You see Ivern and Fiddlesticks on that side. The ultimate doesn't hit.
That wasn't even close. I don't know what that was. Disappointing.
Disappointing. Oh, and this is exactly what we talked about.
Earlier.
How are you going to hit anybody when you've got these champions down there?
You can bring in the Ivern all you want. It won't change the fact that, you know, Samira can hit exactly one button and just ruin your life.
Really good engage there from Notorious Bud, trying to find enough damage to hit him. If he got lucky on where that passive placement was, he maybe could have picked him up with that true damage. Ornn definitely pushing his luck, staying in that lane a little bit longer. Gold is pretty even right now, even though the first blood is on. Oh, this is Notorious Bud.
Does not want to recall.
He's having a crisis moment.
He's
gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. He gets knocked up. He's gonna get killed. T1 Kang takes the blood onto Bud. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Bud saying that is him being so greedy.
Bud had been working him for about 2 straight minutes and finally pulled the trigger, and tragedy strikes.
Yeah, I mean, was it the wrong play? Yes. Was it the wrong play for Bud? Still yes. It does not change that it's the wrong play. Did I enjoy it? Hell yeah, I did.
If you want to go for the Ornn under turret, I feel like you have to wait for your parry to be up. And if not, you've got to have something, you know, something flashy prepared.
Now,
something they're not expecting.
His parry may have been up. I don't think he looked at his own mana. He had almost no mana when he made that dive. If he had the mana for the parry, could have been a really solid play. I just don't think he did. No Name should be hitting level 6 really soon. That's his second blue buff he's able to pick up for the game, and that's a level 6 he gets from the Gromp. So his ability to come into this is going to be pretty important. Chat talking about how Fiora is actually playing the mind games. It's a faster recall to die, and he's building up that shutdown gold onto Ornn. Look at the CS difference in that lane, though. You really think Ornn's going to get the shutdown gold? It's massive. Ornn may benefit, though. They're on Ocean Drake, I think. So, you know, oh, he knows he's going to hit this. They're going to find out. He's not going to be able to stop them.
Oh, no!
No, that's his fake. They just get it.
You know, honestly, it's as embarrassing as that was.
No, it was fun.
I was fooled by the effigy. I can't believe it.
Dude, honestly,
just disappointing.
It's crazy how long the effigy's been in the game and how still people are scared of it. They did a really good job at designing that.
I almost fell out of my chair, I have to be honest.
Yeah, I can't sit in chairs anymore because I've had too many ice cold corianders. Guys, if you're playing at home, takes you to tango.
I thought that was just a miraculous steal attempt that went wrong. Unbelievable. Anyways, they've moved the Akali over top and have the Ornn mid. I don't know if this will be permanent or...
All right, they got someone coming up to help Akali. I agree with that because I don't think Akali should be here alone. I think that's a goddamn mistake. But now there's a second person. Notorious Bud dropping so low. A solid riposte, but he is down for the second time this game. May have the most CS, but he's also got the most deaths. Bud is the focus of the game, no matter when he's in.
He is the sun and the moon of this game. Crucially, The cull does come through. He's perfectly at 100 CS.
Yeah.
So at least he is able to. He's finished his Hydra.
He will not sell
Off
it.
that.
He will not sell it. I will tell you
will
why.
not sell
We've
the
talked
cull.
about it many times on cast. He'll never sell cull unless it's taking the spot of another item he can buy, or if he really needs the gold to
That's
finish.
3 life on hit. It pays dividends.
Right, if he hits
You've
16
extended
times, you know, you're looking at some pretty good. You might be able to survive another auto attack from Zorn or something. So definitely, his play style coming into play here. 3-0 is the score though.
Gold fairly even. Kills 3-0.
That's
The
worrying
Rift
to me.
Herald should be dropping soon. Get some plates.
That's worrying me
change
because
the
I feel
gold
like
game.
Vladimir is such a late game champ. I feel like Fiora is definitely also a champion that can really pop off that mid-late game. Even Samira, he's on that list. Just looking at it, I think there's just more damage flat out on the side of Sensei Randals. I think that they've got champions that can
absolutely.
carry. So.
Just trying to play the waiting game for the time being. Farming up this mid lane. Few trades. Nothing too exciting. Nothing too dramatic.
For sure.
Unless the Fiddlesticks is setting up. Just dropping effigies. Left and right.
There's a cupcake next to Notorious's Bud's name. I just don't understand why there's a cupcake. Do you have the cupcake on your screen?
I have the cupcake.
What does that mean, chat? Because I don't have any idea as to what that means.
Is that a cosmetic purchase? Is it? Oh, I think it's an Ivern. Related to Ivern, I think? Maybe? I'm completely talking out of my ass.
No, he might be like the Sugar Ivern. In which case, maybe. But he's still on him, though.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have gone away by now. It is the Daisy indicator. Okay.
Alright. Wow.
Interesting that it's still on Notorious, but I guess everybody likes him so much it's just going to stay there.
Even
I would like to
Daisy.
see Old No Name be a little bit more proactive in what he's able to do here. He's been kind of quiet. Yes, he's out farming the Ivern, but he's been not so proactive. He hasn't done so much. All the neutral objectives have been going over to the side of Urgottem Bootcamp so far. Let's see what they can do. Can they start grouping as 5? Can they make these plays? Because Fiora is going to need pressure across the map if she's going to continue to split. And we know it's Sensei Randals, so he's going to want to continue to split.
Curious to see where the Rift will go down. They still have that in the bank.
Yep.
Didn't drop it before plates fall, which is interesting. Unless, I mean, they have a couple more seconds, but usually you want to get the best use out of that, you want to use it to knock down a couple plates. But we're heading up to 14 minutes. Nothing doing.
Yeah. Oh, a really good catch right there. They do know where she is. And yes, she's in her smoke, but she's going to use her dash in right there. She's got some damage on the Ruffian. She's going back in, but she's exhausted. She's going to dash back out with her ultimate. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's in trouble. The ultimate from Ruffian's enough damage to pick up the Akali. Can they pick up near to here? They can't. And now, all of a sudden, Ivern's on the wrong side of the jungle. Can he get out? I don't know if he's going to be able to. They are able to root him up, though. Oh, my God. The flash away from Slothman is impeccable. He escapes with his life. And the only one's just going to poke out King now. I'm not sure he's going to be able to pick him up in total. There is a Thresh right here, although he's backing. He should be able to just throw on the Lantern if he really needs it. He's going to stay just for a second longer. They're not able to catch just a nice silence, but it's a little bit late. And I think this should be their Dragon. I don't think you can contest if you're on this side of Urgottem Bootcamp right here. The Gold Lead is going to go heavily into the favor now of Sensei Randals. They got the top tower. That's first tower of the game. They're going to get the second dragon of the game right here.
Up, Bud, putting in work.
Oh, Alex. You're going to learn. Bud
He's
doesn't
never
know how
done
to
it.
leave top. He doesn't understand it.
And why would he?
Why would he? I think Old No Name is caught out right here. He's going to use a lot of healing. There was no CC for him right there. Oh, that doesn't even connect. He's going to use his Fear to try to get away. He's going to use his W again to heal up a lot of damage. He misses his silence. They're waiting in the shadows for him. Oh, they're going to try to block as much as they can. Oh, the E does connect, though, and all of a sudden, Rexland's in on for the kills. It should be a triple kill, if not a quadra. He's able to pick up 3 so far. He's got 5 kills all total. Can he pick up Yonli 1? He's doing as much damage as he can. I don't think he should tower dive, though. I think Yonli's got the heals to survive. he's out.
Well, that'll get the gold right back in shape for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Nice little invade there.
1 to 6 and the gold is even. Let's look at the gold spread here. 6,400 on this Fiora, this Bud in the top lane. Even a Kali with 5 kills isn't even within 600 gold for that. Bud is something else, man. I'm telling you, this man is something else.
He's up 50 CS. 16 minutes in.
I know. Dude, this guy doesn't understand what 5s are. You know, 5 sometimes you see different gameplay, but Bud's like, nah, this is still solo queue. I'm still gonna do what I do in solo queue, which is just run at him top lane.
And I mean, he's died twice, but he's still come out well ahead with the strategy.
Yeah,
Just
he's died
incredible.
twice, but the creep have
craft.
died almost 170 times. Bigfoot starting rumors saying he hears Bud mutes Discord when he plays. I don't think he even signs in. I think he's just like,
no.
I'm here, I'm on time for the game.
When you know you're smarter than all your teammates, you don't want to listen to them.
Yeah, you don't even talk.
Strategy, yeah.
Samira has picked up Gale Force. Kaisa has picked up the Kraken Slayer. We've already got Night Harvester on this Akali, building towards that second item. Protobelt on this Vladimir. Protobelt on this Fiddlesticks as well. Pretty excited to see that in play as well. Rexland, pretty healthy here, but, you know, up in kills, not really dominating in CS in any manner. The only one has come to help Old No Name. I don't think Akali could do a little fancy feat in that there. Norik looking for it on a only one, isn't able to find it. Where do you see this game going in the next few minutes here, Alex? What do you think is going to happen?
I feel like come the next dragon, you're going to have basically just an Akali dancing over everybody. I think you're going to be able to get a 5v4 with your teleport, and also banking on the fact that Bud will never leave top lane, which I think gives you a distinct advantage.
You've never casted before, you're already a master at this league, but continue.
I feel like the Orin is going to be able to put in a lot of work against a team that doesn't really have a proper tank. Especially, like, they're not building defensive at all. You've got the Gale Force, the Protobelt. They're going all in on the damage.
But
so if
you've
you're not
got
able
the damage. There's something you just talked about. And if you kill Akali, what happens?
Yeah, you really don't have a lot left after that. But when the Akali is 5-1, certainly, you know, it's easier said than done to take care of that problem.
Right. Really nice knockup right there by King, but look how much damage he takes from this Fiora, who's just trying to get the angles. He burns the flash already. So no flash on Kang. Might have to back. He's pretty low underneath this tower. The only one trying to get that Q heal off. He isn't able to. A nice binding and hook right there. So much fighting going on. Slothman trying to survive with their life. A nice ultimate here from the Kaiser's going to keep alive for a little bit longer. Here comes the teleport. Oh, an ultimate from Ruffian is going to do so much damage, but he goes down in the meantime. Now can the only one clean it up? He gets one kill. He's looking for the second kill. He should be able to grab it, but Akali is roaming down, and she gets the ignite off. He gets the double kill. I think he will mean his life, though. It does.
Flash there.
And a pretty impactful fight in the end. The gold is still almost dead even. It's less than 100 gold difference.
That should mean drag.
It should mean drag. Now, if this turret
Bootcamp
goes down, that gold difference is going to change. Fiddlesticks is still here waiting, lurking in the shadows.
Spotted now.
He's going to use his little thing to mark over it. He might ult in. They're going to back out.
He can go for this if he wants.
He might choose to. Now that they did take bot tower, the gold's still even though. Because
they got the Rift moving in the bot lane.
Yeah. It is. Oh, it's resetting right now.
Oh, reset.
Reset, gets a little life back. This Infernal Drake doesn't want to die either. I don't blame it. Oh, he's gonna ult in! He's going for it! He's able to steal the dragon all No Name out of nowhere! He's able to take that away from the enemy team! What a play. I mean, Sensei Randals And the longest running team in the LBLCS, they're never ever going to give up. They're going to go for the plays they think they can. They're going to keep you guys entertained. I mean, they're here to play. A nice knock-up right here by Kang is going to hit Bud. But Bud is chipping away at this top tower. Bud is up like 70 CS. This dude is massive right now. He's got 2 items. Akali doesn't have 2 items, and she's 6-1.
Yes, game. Always important.
Yeah.
Never discount the power of killing a bunch of tiny.
And he takes the second tower.
Certainly help.
So now, this is a very common thing. Either they make a big play bot lane as 4, right, and Bud continues to play top, or they all swing to mid and Bud takes the bottom 2 towers, and they all leave mid and Bud takes the middle 2 towers, and it's just formulaic from there. It's, okay, we get away from Bud, we pull him all away from Fiora, Fiora takes the towers, we repeat. They could just slam him back up in the top lane and say, hey, we're going to make a big play towards bottom, get the inhibitor early. There's a couple different ways to go about this if you are Sensei Randals. The thing about Sensei Randals is they have perfected the 4-1 split because they have the 4-1 man, which is Bud.
Right. And with the dragon gone, I mean, you really... On the side of Urgottem Bootcamp, you really don't have a lot going for you. Like, there aren't a ton of chances for you to make plays. Baron's up, you can't go for Baron this early unless you're, you know, really, really brave.
Right, you gotta get a pick if you're gonna go for Baron.
You're not gonna be able to gank this Fiora, I don't think.
No.
You're just gonna have to sort of sit tight for a little bit and wait for the next dragon and hope that you can...
send resources at her, but the problem is then the other parts of the map are actually gonna be able to farm really well, be able to catch up and get those advantages. Something that we see all the time is people try to deal with Bud, and they'll send people up there, and all of a sudden, now you've got to fed Samira, now you've got to fed Vladimir. They don't have too much gold compared to their counterparts right now. In fact, they both have less, I think. Let's check. They do both have less than their counterparts. They both have less than either of the other 2. But Bud has so much gold that it's a massive issue, and if you send resources up there, all of a sudden, now you're behind in gold in the other spots. So it's a really delicate balance, and it's something a lot of teams in this league are going to have to learn to deal with.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to... You can't get it done, I don't think, with just the Ornn and the Ivern. You don't have enough damage through this lifesteal. You would have to send up the Akali, I think.
And they're going to send up the Thresh right now, actually. We're going to see a nicer post right there. She's going to try to get away. A nice flash might keep her alive, but she is hit up by the ultimate and has 600 gold over to the Ornn to shut down, even though she never got a kill. Now, all of a sudden, Kaisen has to ult away. Millennium's going to walk away. He's got the Black Shield on him for a second longer, but gets played in by near to here. Millennium dropping super low. He gets knocked up by King. He's going to use his stopwatch to stay alive. It's actually his own. He hasn't finished. Here's the only one, and this is what I'm talking about. You send resources in the top lane, and everybody else is able to capitalize from it. 5-10 goes the score. And now you're in a position where, yeah, you've taken the bot tower, you've got Akali pushing, but look at where the kills went. They went to Only One, they went to Ruffian, and now the gold spread is better for them. Now they're closer.
Near to here making me look like a liar. They didn't need anything complex to take care of Bed, apparently. He just sort of walked up to him. But after that, Sensei Randals, quick on the rotation, they get there soon, and the most fed member on Urgottem Bootcamp is nowhere to be found. He's on the other side of the map.
And honestly, as long as Bud can do any amount and stick to this Rexland right here, he's going to be able to finish him off. I mean, one more Q, that's a flash away from Akali right there. Look at the gold, it's 6-10. The towers are 2-2, but the gold is 1.5k in the favor of Sensei Randals.
And it might increase here if Bud doesn't end his pursuit. Oh, he backs away.
Bud is going to end his pursuit. He saw a piece of farm, and he went for it. That's a very Bud thing to do. You could have got the kill. Sure. Cool.
You might get gold from a kill. You're definitely getting gold from these minions.
Right. Darkly, Yorick, Lorik still saying, should have played Ram is so sad. Darkly is going to play Yorick against this team in the playoffs, and I promise you, it's going to be streamed, and we're going to see what really happens.
We're going to see the Rammus, hopefully. This time you've got Bud on, you know, your stronger side of the map, close to the dragon. I don't know if he will leave for a potential dragon fight. You can only hope.
He's just going to teleport top. He
Teleports
sees
away.
Ornn middle. He's just going to teleport top. He's saying, okay, well, there's a couple seconds we're at least going to fight. Akali's channeling her back right now. That's the recall going out. The binding does not connect onto him, but now he's fleeing. The Lantern should keep him safe. He's going to be fine. They're just getting everyone away from this dragon, but if you are the side of Urgottem Bootcamp, you need these Drakes to win. You don't have a high damage comp at all.
Yeah, I mean, they just ran away. Facing
Yeah,
a
in
ton of
Akali's top,
pressure.
they know the big damage dealer is gone. And Ruffian doing what they can. They know that the ultimate from Ornn is a projectile. The early smite is not going to be able to help secure it. Fiddlesticks gets the dragon. He gets the Ivern. Oh, sheer fucking luck trying to go all the way in, though. Ruffian doing a lot of damage. He was able to pick him up. Now, all of a sudden, Ornn is the only one really left. Can he help him, though? Thresh with the Destinus that connects onto him is not going to be enough. The kill is going to go over to...
Still alive!
Two Fiddlesticks. I thought the only one was going to get it, but I had to hold my breath because I didn't know what was going to happen. The score goes to 9-11. 3 Drakes and 3 towers. On the side of Sensei Randals. A nice repost there, going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Oh, he's going to heal off all these minions. This is a thing that Bud loves. He's oh, leave me alone with the minions for a minute, okay? Oh, nice dodge! Oh! That was so close.
Almost.
That was so close. Wow. Wow.
Crucially, Urgottem got the smite off in that last dragon fight, so even before just absolute mayhem, he got hooked in, was able to escape, get the smite off. They're sitting pretty, up 3 drags to 1.
Okay, so, yes, Rexland went up there and got a kill. She's 7-1, sure. But because of how you layered your teams, you had an ADC that was about 700, 800 gold above the others. Kaisa was way above on this Samira, but because now you don't commit all your good resources to playing where the 4 are, now Ruffian's got only down by 100 gold. He is coming back into that, right? He's going to be a massive force. Vladimir scaling up as well. Bud is 0-4. This is why fans love him. He is 0-4 and still one of the most impactful people in the game. And I think we're going to see a pause right there.
Yep, that's come through.
He did DC. They said Vlad internet died. Sorry, should be back in a jiffy, and they will be. This is important for me, Alex, to talk about pause etiquette for a moment. Guys, don't ever pause when you're in a team fight. Okay? Make sure that nobody's in a crucial moment. Try to give a heads-up notice if you can. Be like, hey, someone DC'd. We're pausing. And then pause. And we play on tournament drafts, so you can do that. Each team gets 15 minutes of pause because there's a total of 30 minutes pause time. Really important that we respect each other. I mean, this is a free for fun, community and league where we just want everyone to have a good time, and pausing in the middle of a team fight can ruin that. All right, chat, what do you got for me? What have you been saying? Albergina says, spiciest 1v1 of the season. I'm assuming he's talking about Rexland and Notorious Bud going tit for tat up in the top lane. 0-4-0 and the most impactful in the game. That's literally what I said on Cast a minute ago. The Bud special says Bigfoot wow.
That fight top, it definitely felt like a clash of the Titans, but
yeah.
You had an 0-3 Fiora against a 6-1 Akali. It should not have been that close. You wouldn't think, generally. And even, for your effort.
You wouldn't think, but it's Bud, and he heals like a mad lad.
Especially, he transcends the rules of gameplay.
Yeah.
And even then, once you take care of him, it's not like he has a huge bounty on his head. He has no KP. He's not worth anything more than the usual.
Right. And we're going to load back in, I think, because there was a reconnect. They asked if the other team was ready. But I think one thing teams have to think about, and especially in Commercial Division 1, and then especially Commercial Division 2 come playoffs when they have to play against Sensei, because this team has always made playoffs, all 5 seasons, or every season they played in, rather. What's crazy to think about is you're not playing against Sensei Randals. You're playing against Sensei Randals and the Notorious Bud. There's 2 things at work here. There's not one
Separate
conglomerate.
entities. There's
not one team. There's 2 teams. There's Notorious Bud and there's Sensei Randals, and you gotta beat both.
Still another 3 minutes until the next dragon comes up. At this point, you could start thinking about Baron. I don't see it though. You see no wards. on that blue quadrant. Just doesn't look like anyone's setting up to make a
The Death Sentence doesn't
any
connect
sort of
nearby
big
the
play around the
thresh.
Baron.
So it's a little bit of a passive time, right? Baron is up, but it's not super easily contestable. Actually, there's 3 people in the bot lane. If Sensei's noticed this, if Thresh throws a hook here, it does show. They're able to take that mid tower because they have so much pressure in the bot lane. Kang has his teleport available. Bud doesn't, but he would never use it to help his team anyway, so it's kind of a doesn't matter thing. But Thresh is still here. That's the big issue. There's 2 people mid. Thresh is still in the bot lane. He's going to rotate right now.
Sensei Randals just sort of wandering over towards that side of the river, having a gander.
Just getting vision best they can here. They're up a substantial amount of gold at 30 minutes, being down in kills, and they're up in Dragon, so they're in a pretty comfortable spot. Now, if they commit resources down to the Notorious Bud, they could be in serious problems, depending on how they do it. This is all about team communication here. And the funny part is the team communication from Sensei Randals is probably like, Bud, just let us know if he leaves. That's it. Because they're not going to tell Bud if they leave middle. They're going to say, Bud, just deal with it, buddy. You know? It's a nice sentence onto Ruffy. He's going to use his W to escape. A nice Black Shield onto him should keep him safe, as Rexland's now searching for kills. That's good. Oh, he gets exhausted. He's going to have to pop his own zonies right now to stay safe for a little bit longer, but Phil 6 is in there.
Nice
He's doing damage to everybody. Oh, and down to the bot lane. It was off the screen, but he was able to solo him. That's 3 for Sensei Randals. They're looking for 4. Sheer fucking luck might be all out of it as he gets bound up and taken down. The last one of the ace is going to be this Norik. He's running away. He's trying to not be it, but I think he might be a too little too late scenario. He's safe right now. He's going to make it out. So only 4 kills, but now the gold lead massively in favor of Sensei Randals.
The cross-map ace as Bud delivers and his team does simultaneously. You were talking about communication. I'm not sure if that required any of the cross-map ace, but it certainly came through.
They were looking for it. I think Notorious Bud didn't know what his team was going to do, but Notorious Bud knew he was going to try to kill Ornn. He'd been trying to since wave 1.
Absolutely. No matter what happened at the mid lane, Bud was going to get that kill.
Yeah, the man's still CSing at 10 CS a minute. He's a mad lad.
Crazy. He's already Flame Horizoned his opponent.
Yeah. And that's just the start. That's only at 31 minutes. If this game goes to 40, you're
got
not
a lot
going
more
to
to
believe
do.
what you see. Trust
He
me.
sold his cull! Oh, I can't believe it.
Wow. Oh, wait, he got serious. When Bud sells the call, that's when he's getting serious. That's when he's saying, I'm ending this game the next time I go out. And are they able to get the soul? They do get the soul. It goes over to the side of Sensei Randals. They're going to do so much. Oh, T1 King, I think, DC'd. They're going to back up. I think this is respect. They know he DC'd. That's what I love about this league, Alex, and I'm going to talk about it for a minute. They didn't notice right away. They didn't know if it was some type of weird thing. But at some point in that fight, Fiora just straight up stopped.
Yeah.
Stopped attacking, would not attack, said, I don't think T1 King's here. They stopped attacking. They did not go for the kill. The only one channeled his E. He stopped it as soon as he could once they realized it. So just super good sportsmanship. And both teams had to pause this game. It happens, guys. You do have to pause sometimes. But the fact that Sensei Randals noticed that T1 Kang's not in this game. You're in solo queue, you take that kill 100% of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you take that kill and you're like, okay, now we get the game. Sensei Randals like, that's fucked. That sucks so bad. Like, no, stop hitting him. And I don't know what's gonna happen from here. Sometimes
Kill him right on the. That would be funny. I would like to see that. Sportsmanship aside.
Sportsmanship
That would be
aside,
pretty
if
funny.
they killed him right now, I'd love it. No, I think that what they will, they probably let him back up. They got the soul.
Yeah, I'll let him.
They might give 5 seconds and no one can do anything or whatever. You guys run away.
Yeah, they're playing Manhunt actually. They're just.
Fox Zero, thanks so much for following the channel. We very much appreciate it, my dude. Congrats on the wins last night, by the way. I wasn't in the games, but I did hear you guys won them. Really good stuff there, you guys. Let's see where this does develop to. I think he has reconnected. Did it say he reconnected? I believe it did. A couple of minutes ago there. Ornn said continue the fight. I just have no way to confirm or deny whether or not he said those things. I'm going to hit Z to see if he's at... Yeah. Like the
Here
fight.
we go.
Actually, just continue. Okay, like the fight. Yeah. Okay. Starting. That is what chat said. You're right. You're dead on. That's a Chad. You're right, chat. That's a Chad move. Chad is dead. Oh, he's gonna go for the stun. He doesn't get a nice riposte here from the Fiora. As everybody is fighting. Everyone. Ruffy is staying alive for as long as he can. Fiora is not the first one dead. He picks up 2 kills and 2 for 2 so far. Fleeing away from the fight is this Akali. She gets picked up as well. It's a full-bodied ace and 3 from Sensei Randall. Stay alive. I don't know what else is gonna happen here. I believe they should be able to close out.
Gentleman's agreement coming out of that pause. They just went right for it.
I mean, but you know what? They talked about it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, you go for that full fight without talking about it. It's a little different. Just solid sportsmanship, though.
They called their shots, sort of. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna kill you after the pause.
Yeah, and you know what though? I think maybe there was a little bit of respect from the side of Urgottem, where they were like, you know what? They knew we DC'd and they paused. And this game, since they got Soul, is probably over. Let's just do the fight. Let's have the last fight. Let's play through the game. Game 1 goes over to Sensei Randals. Solid stuff, guys.
Bud claiming every bit of gold on the map. He actually got the plus 50 from the Nexus. Just stat padding at every possible turn.
Akali did do more damage, if only barely. But still did more damage. And if anybody's on Bud Watch tonight, looking at what Bud is doing, what's going on with Bud, he only did 2nd most damage in the game. Make sure you write that one down. Yeah, T1 King going full Chad Bono there, saying, yeah, you took out 80% of my life. Fight me, idiots. I'm ready. I did like that, too. He was ready. He was down to clown. He was ready to play the game. Let's look at some other stats here, too. Let's look at the runes from Fiora. Check this all out. Wow. Total shielding from overheal that Fiora took because they go all lifesteal was 13,000.
That's
significant.
That's a fair amount.
This is a man who knows what he plays. He says, I play lifesteal. I'm going to overheal here, baby. And he went for it. I'm going to wait for the invite to the second game here, Alex. Normally, this is a moment where I would say it takes 2 to tango. 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 And if you want to go ahead and get yourself a nice ice-cold coriander. That's fine. I'll take over the cast for a few minutes. You need to use the restroom. That's also fine.
Can I have a sip of tap water, I think, but otherwise,
a sip of tap
I'm all
water.
good.
You're wild. Wild and crazy. I'm going to just change some of the overlays right now. Guys, I'm a little bit interested into how Urgottem, who has never really seen, like, that's the thing, new teams coming up against Sensei Randals aren't always aware of what Bud is.
I sure wasn't aware.
But us as viewers who have been here for so long do know. And it's just really entertaining to see, you know, how do they get adapt in Game 2? I know Dark the York is begging quite desperately for the Rammus. Not sure if we are going to end up getting it, as I get the invite right here from Slothman, who apparently is my friend. I'm going to drop down to spectate, and then, Alex, I'm going to invite you, so hopefully they'll allow you to come in before they...
Beautiful.
Need co-caster. Hey, team. Oh, he dropped back down. I'm going to invite you right now. Then I'm going to switch the screen on over to the Pro Draft. Hopefully you can drop down to spectate while that is all going on. If you don't have the Pro Draft, I'm going to send it to you in your DMs in just 1 second. If you can't see it, that is even better.
Finally, some activity in my DMs. Whoa.
Finally. Yeah, dude, I know you've been begging for it. You put a bunch of weird posts in Stream Team. I don't know what to tell you. Please DM me. That was a little gauche, but you know what? We're here now. We're ready to clown. Had a little issue with the stream early on. We're back. We're into this one. Yasuo and Hecarim are still solid takeaways. And I got to switch where the graphics are because it's not where the teams are anymore. But I will say, Urgottem had such a good Akali last game, Sensei Randals have decided to take it away.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You've got to see what else he has.
Yeah.
In all 3 of his games, he's, pulled out the Akali.
This time, Samir is the first pick over here for the side of Urgottem. They're going to take that away from Ruffian. Ruffian plays a lot of ADC, so it's hard to ban him out, but I think taking away Samir is important.
Coming right back with another 80 carry to counter.
And I like this. When you see a draft, you see someone pick
I like
something.
it too.
on the red side. Let's see what they take for the second pick here. They're just going to take Fiora. And this is the opportunity.
Blind Fiora.
Urgottem. This is your opportunity. If you're listening to Dark Theoric at all this season, it's right now. Do you take Rammus at all? Do you just say, no, we're going to play our own game. We know Fiora's going to do Fiora things. We know what Fiora is. She's a farm bot. We leave her there.
This time they get the chance to maybe counter the Fiora. Maybe they have some sort of pocket pick they've lined up to try to neutralize the Fiora. Although, I mean, after that last game, I'm not sure if there's any hope of that working.
I don't know if you can neutralize other than banning it. Thresh is going to be picked up again. And you know what? I thought Near to Here had a pretty solid Thresh. His death sentences were on point. He had really solid flays. He had good lanterns to protect people. So I think it's a good pickup again. It's also a solid counter to Tristana. And Urgot is going to be hovered right here. Let's see if that is what gets locked in here. It is.
It's going to be a brawl on the top lane.
Yeah. 4 square saying I agree with Rammus. Man. Yeah, Bud did go 6-0 into Rammus, but Rammus was top. It wasn't a jungle Rammus. It wasn't someone trying to involve themselves in the lane that way, too. That's another thing to think about, Ruffy, and I know that you got to chat in the top lane, so it's hard not to hear what he says. So, I get it, though. I get it. People have tried and failed. People have tried and succeeded, though, too. Sensei Randals is not immortal. Let's see what they end up doing. I think, again, the Morgana in the bot lane onto Slothman is really important. Leona was left up, but they said no. Because they already had seen the Thresh. They say, no, let's go the Morgana again. I think it's a better pick. They're going to take away that Cassio.
Makes a lot of sense. The Cass ban is interesting.
Fiora
I don't know if that's targeted or if you're just scared of the Cass.
Fiora can't dash around the root to the grounded. It can't do it. You know? That's what it is. They're like, Tristana needs to move, Fiora needs to move. If they can't, different game. Zed was banned away.
Ban. Disappointing.
Interesting.
You always want to see Zed in competitive play.
You always want to see Zed. True. Zed is really fun to watch. You can really have some sick outplays with him. We rarely get to see him. He's either banned out or never picked. Lucian is going to be the next ban here that's thrown at Urgottem, who delivered their first loss of the season last game. So they can still come out with a tie here in this best of 2. Or they could get defeated. And we're going to see what ends up happening. Sensei Randals have a really solid squadron of intermediate karate. Students? What is it? It can't be students at a dojo. Alex, you know what it is? Squadron, but I feel like they're not students. They're something else. No, it's just students?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, you're right. You haven't told me
They might be students. It's not my place to say.
Ivern picked up here for Sensei Randall. So, I was talking about last draft. That Ivern was kind of a takeaway from Old No Name. He's going to get it this time. It's one of his more favorite picks. That, Skarner. Some creative picks as well. Zach picked up, though. Zach has super solid id gauge, can really help for Samira. They need a high damage mid laner right here because Thresh and Zac don't really do too much damage unless they're fed. Urgot can do significant damage, but as we know, Urgot will not be in the fights. Urgot will be
right now you've got the Samira doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to pick someone. The Seraphine.
Okay, Seraphine can do decent damage, could definitely provide that extra support, make it harder to engage on them to do anything. Tristana is super good at clearing waves, though. Can definitely mitigate anything trying to come from the other 4, because Fiora is going to be in the top lane.
With the Seraphine, if your goal is to, have the most Twitter accounts on your team, you've definitely won there.
You're already ahead, for sure.
With the Seraphine pick. Victor Fiora late game is going to be a nightmare for Urgottem to deal with. So they gotta take care of business early.
Yeah, they've done this thing where they're saying, "Hey, let's pick Deuce ADC in a mid that can just clear waves indefinitely, because Fiora exists, and we got Fiora game 2. And let's just run it back, and let's just have people that can clear waves and, yeah, do a lot of late-game damage. So it's going to be super interesting to see how this game develops. How do you change your play style if you are on the side of Urgottem Bootcamp? You know, what can you do to change it?
I feel like either Zach is coming top level 2 and burning everything, or he's just never coming top. They've got to pick whether they want to go all in on Bud or just, you know, accept the fact that he will farm a lot, he will take turrets. We've got to make our gains elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'll say I'm worried because I know a lot of teams, the first time you play against Sensei Randals, you kind of throw for a spin, like, oh, that's their macro. That's how they develop the game and decide to play the game. Very weird. Not your traditional 5s. They're super into the split pushing. They can 1-3-1. They can 1-4. They can, you know, full team fight. But they prefer that 1-4, and a lot of teams haven't worked on that, especially in the lower commercial economy leagues.
Yeah, your macro may not be quite as crisp.
Right. Hey, Alex, I gotta do this thing. And I know you hate when I do things, but there's a thing I gotta do.
You're right, I do. Sincerely.
You sincerely hate when I do things.
Go ahead.
I can go do the thing I have to do. Because I gotta get another ice cold coriander. And
Please,
if I'm gonna
go ahead.
Thank you, man. You know what? You take it away. You take the cast away. Talk about these team comps.
Enjoy that coriander. I'll see you soon. Not a lot to talk about, unfortunately. Currently, we're just going through picks and bans, but you already know what's happening. I feel like if you are going up against Bud for the second time, you sort of know his MO at this point. You know what he's trying to do. If I'm on the opposite side, I am putting every ounce of resource I have into the mid, into the bot lane, and hoping that I can win through there before Bud gets to my inhibitor turrets. Because otherwise, it feels like no matter what you throw at him, he's going to be able to absorb it, and the rest of his team aren't going to be able to make significant gains elsewhere. So I think you've got to sort of leave the Urgot up there to rot. Let him, if he dies a bunch, he dies a bunch, and hope to gain dragon control. Maybe knock down an early mid turret. Other than that, I don't really see a.
Oh wow! We just said love to see at the same time. You tell me what you would love, and then I'll tell you what I love, and it might be.
Oh, I'm not. Well, I'm not sure I did say. Anyways, what I was going to say is that the only clear path to victory is through objectives. Going up against Bud, it's David versus Goliath at this point. It's
he's
just a titan.
Man is a Chad. Kronos up there on the top lane. What I was going to say is I'd like to see a couple things. And one of the things I might like to see is possibly a cheese against Bud early to give that top laner an advantage. You know, you can make an early invade into that top side. You could even do something real cheesy maybe with your support early on. Try to catch Bud, trying to get a deep reward, which he does sometimes. And if you can't, you just get to bot a little bit later. Sacrifice some bot lane. Prio. Anything that can throw Bud off of his rhythm, because you know he's buying Cull to start. You know that if you set him behind, if you can mess up his wave management, that's a big thing. Messing up his wave management is really, really important. Understanding when should I push, when should I concede, when should I let this come into me, when do I need my jungle to be rotating? Should I be rotating when the wave is crashing or when the wave is coming into me? Those are things you need to be talking about in comms. Those are things that can shut down Bud. Those are things that are in your control, but you don't always think about.
Okay, that's interesting because I was actually talking about taking the approach of essentially you've got the counter pick top, so you should hopefully be able to do better with the Urgot than you did with the Ornn, and I would basically be looking at Bud farming and basically as a given that he's going to be able to make gains in the top lane, and I would be looking elsewhere to see if I can get my Samira fed, get my Seraphine fed, so that when you get to those mid-game team fights, Bud's probably going to be ahead, but hopefully you can counter that with a fed AD carry or a fed mid laner.
Yeah, if you can win the 4v4 significantly, 2 or 3 are still alive, all the other 4 dead, you can just push faster than Fiora can push, you're fine. The big problem, again, that Chad is saying too, and I super agree with, is that the dude, you could kill him 16 times. His CS is so high. Like, that's the big issue. Like, he was CSing like 11 a minute last game. Like, he's there to get gold, to become the biggest nuisance he can as fast as possible, and does such a good job at it. Another thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Alex.
No, go ahead.
Me
please.
go? Because it's off topic, so it's a non sequitur. If you can
that is completely fine.
Great. I love that you like that I am off topic.
What can I say? I'm a charitable man.
Alex, you give so much to this community for the first time ever casting. Guys watching at home, myself and the Chance have thought of this wonderful idea. I'm going to run it by you to gauge interest before this game starts, because I really want to know. And hopefully this time the game actually starts, and it's not like oh, the game started, but you can't see it, I have to restart stream scenario, which would suck. But we're creating... We know no one's ever going to sponsor us. We're too low budget. We've asked Denny's. Denny's has denied us. We asked Freak. Freak didn't even read my message on Twitter, so I don't know what the hell to say about that guy. But we're going to make our own commercials because we think, you know, that's what's important. I want to know if you guys are you into that? Do you want to watch commercials? I know, Freak's so rude. Because we've got a whole commercial about coriander lined up. And I'm ready to ship it. I'm ready to run it and show you. But I'm just too worried it's too high budget. Yes, make commercials. I'm going to take the first response and run with it. I'll do it. 100% commercials. Whew. Goddamn. 42 viewers and 2 have spoken. That's enough for me. If you have another opinion, save it for later. I don't care about it right now.
Yeah, dissenting opinions will not be tolerated. We only want praise.
Oh, interesting. If I switch to the in-game screen too early, it doesn't show the game. But if I double back, which is what I just tried right there, it does show the game. That's super interesting and definitely a problem I'll have to get addressed eventually. But you all can see the game now, and we're jumping right on in. Duck Reaper 46 knows commercials for sure. We see some pings coming out pretty early. The way that Urgottem is spreading, though, it looks like a standard 5-point. Yeah, I get it, guys. I know that I put the frickin' things in the wrong spot. Hang on 1 second. All right, jeez, you guys are so critical of me. 1 second. I need to think about my thoughts for a minute. Is they're going to go for the...
Sensei Randall, sprinting bot, no hesitation.
Yeah, they're going to go for it all right now. They're going to hit that CC. They're going to hit him up. They're going to lock him down. The flash over the wall keeps him safe for a little bit longer. Ruffian searching for him. They find him over the wall, but they're not going to be able to get that kill.
Oh, the binding missed on a stationary target. That's heartbreaking.
So,
that
in the end,
first blood.
Flash out of Iron, Flash out of Thresh, and that's all she wrote, baby.
Once again, drama level 1, which you love to see. As a spectator, you want excitement from minute 1.
Usually Sensei does deliver. Slothman looking like he might cheese right now. You can't really leash Ivern, so I don't blame him. Ah, yes, the 6 seconds of looking at Seraphine auto attack minions.
The directed camera sometimes blesses us with just thrilling gameplay.
So much excitement.
I don't know how to... honestly, it's beyond words. Another binding misses.
I'm not sure what chat went with, but I'm wondering who you think's gonna take this game.
Yeah, I think it's hard to bet against Sensei Randals. Even when they were down a large amount of kills last game, it never really felt like they were behind. The gold showed that they were always pretty even. So as much as I would like to see a stunning comeback from Urgottem, I just don't think that's in the cards.
Yeah, Gian Wuchi saying, I really hope they pressure Fiora this game. That's funny. Diamond players have tried it. The man doesn't... he just absorbs pressure, this man. He will CS.
Bud.
He is the legend of VLBLCS, this man. You gotta be on Bud watch. You gotta know what you gotta get in his mind. You gotta do what he does. You gotta play him against him. Darkly Lork says you gotta play Rammus. That's the answer. We've seen people try. It's failed time and again.
Already got that cull working 3 minutes in. He knows what he wants to do.
If you could ban items, you could destroy the Notorious Bud. But you can't ban items.
You know, at some point, if Riot gets desperate, I wouldn't bet against that happening. At some point.
Fair. Oh, I hit the screen. We're gonna hit right back to the direction camera right there. My bad, guys. Too many Corey Anderson. Death Sentence connect down here in the bot lane. A binding onto Samira's gonna keep everybody safe. The level advantage is on the side of Urgottem, but that's gonna be all she wrote for the fight right there. Not too much else going on. If you did freeze in that fight, that was definitely your computer and not mine freezing. Definitely not that.
The minion hook.
He's just organizing the wave. He's reorganizing it. You know?
It makes it a lot prettier to look at.
Yeah. It's an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. Bot lane. Doing what they can to CS under the tower right there. Pretty even in CS across most of the lanes. A little bit of discrepancy in mid and top, but they balance each other out. Rexland almost getting caught right there, but it looks like Zach's going to try to go in. He does hit the Q. He does slap him together, but they're able to get the stun onto Rexland as well. They're doing as much damage as they can. A couple of slaps with that red buff's going to do even more. Oh, this death sentence onto the Black Shield. God, this is going to be like what you talked about in Game 1. There's a bunch of ways for each team to go in, but there's a bunch of disengage and counter to engage. And it's a slow grind, okay? It's very even goal. Chat, what do you want us to talk about? Because it could be like 10 minutes before.
The coward summoner spell choice.
Yeah. Who takes Flash? We...
If you need to take Flash to win your games, that just means you're bad at positioning, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you just don't know how to position, that's what it is. Bud is silver, yeah. Bud was gold, I think, at the end of last season. At the very end of the preseason, he hit gold. But I know Bud CS is like a diamond player, but here's the other thing you gotta remember. He's never left the top. He doesn't know how to do it. That can affect your game a little bit. If you're in solo queue there.
Here we go.
Oh, here comes a gank in the bot lane. Oh, my name's gonna miss that Q on to here. To here. Zach channeling, going in. Does not connect. And that's it. That's the whole fight. That's it. That's the fight's over.
Straight missed skill shots there. Nothing connected.
And you know, the entire goal difference, I think, is just the top lane. It is. I hit X. I checked. It's just top lane. That's the only goal. God, this game is just... You ever seen SpongeBob, Alex?
Yes.
Okay. You know the episode where there's only fine dining and breathing?
Yes.
Someone took Bud aside when he was young, and he said there's only two things you know. Split pushing and CSing. And that's all he's ever been able to do. He doesn't know how to...
Ran with it.
He just ran with it from there. He's like, oh, alright, yeah, that's all I gotta do. I'm going for it. And... God, does he do it so well. Ivern right here is mirroring him. You can't dive Kang, though. He's our god.
I would like to see him on the Singed. I feel like that would be... I'm curious to see what he could do with Singed at his disposal.
Could definitely be interesting. Nora's gonna slap up All No Name right now. All No Name's just gonna saunter on out, walking the way Ivern does. He's got... So, Ivern took the... Airy, which means that in his sorcery skill tree, he took the water walking. So he's actually just significantly faster than Zach and will always be able to get away in the river. You can see that when we pan over to him and you see him walking quickly with that extra bit of animation behind him. So really important rune to take if you think you're going to have to escape in the jungle or if you need the move speed to catch up to people. That Scuttle Crab did go over to the side of Zach. But the overall CS is in the side of All No Name, so see what each person's able to do. Infernal Drake, though, still not taken. We saw a lot more contested for the Drakes in game 1. Uh-oh, Bud is able to just riposte so beautifully.
They almost had him. Well, maybe not quite.
No, I mean, if Bud didn't riposte there, they maybe almost had him.
Yeah, no, if he had just forgotten to hit the W key, that would have been good.
Yeah, would definitely been good. He is below 10 CS a minute right now, chat. Every time he's below 10 CS a minute, it takes 2 to tango. If you're playing at home, take a sip. Wow, this is so much more reserved game. And I think it's because Urgottem is like, oh, this is a team with an MO. This is a team that has played many times before who like to play a specific strategy. Let's develop our own. Let's play against it.
Yeah. We've seen some gank attempts. Nothing's really worked out.
I mean,
I think both teams are happy to farm.
If you ignore the junglers because of Smite and how Smite works and how you need a Smite to absorb that item.
I always ignore my junglers, don't worry.
Good. Well, you're a professional League of Legends player already. Everybody has their summoners up. So, it's clearly a passive game. Like, this game is one where Urgottem's like, oh, we need to 1-1 these guys because they are competition. The Sensei in the bot lane, they're going to hit that flame, but doesn't hit everybody. Sheer fucking luck. Might get all the damage on his sloth man. Will it be the first kill of the game? Oh, but he's turning it around. The ultimate from sheer fucking luck is not enough. The exhaust comes out onto Ruffy, and he's able to pick up 1 kill. He's looking for the 2nd kill right now. Nerda here has to run for his life as the bot lane from Sensei Randals pick up first blood, but cannot get 2nd. Whew.
Speak of the devil, I think you jinxed it into existence. You're like, all these summoners are up, nothing's happened, and, you know...
They get dropped.
Sheer moments later, you
know.
finally got some excitement. I thought for a second that the Samira would be able to, 200 years of gameplay her way
Yeah.
back into that fight with the ultimate, but sadly the timer ran out.
Because of that kill, we're able to transition this. This is what I love about 5's gameplay. I love this so much. I mean, this is a lower league. They do have the Smite. They're able to get at the ultimate from Seraphine. Doesn't do much. They know they got the kill. They know they picked it up. They said, let's immediately transition this. Okay, you can't really set up the perfect wave. You can't get it to crash the way you want. But you know what? Let's go get this dragon right now. Put Rexland in some trouble. That's the flash out of them as they're able to have a nice dodge around that Q. But not do too much more. Daisy walking back out with Old No Name back into the jungle. They go. Just solid, picked up 1
Nicely
kill.
done.
Yeah, turn into the objective. Mid lane, a little bit of a skirmish.
Phase rush. Seraphine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you this time. I'm done.
I was just gonna say that finally we had, a 15 CS advantage in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And finally, a bit of a disparity. Top lane even worse, however, as Bud has already cashed in his call at 11 minutes.
Is that a surprise? He's not gonna sell it though.
He did last game. People can change.
He sold it last game around 3 items. Right?
Yes.
That's when he sold it. So he's gonna hang on to it for a while. He likes that extra little bit of healing it gives you.
He cherishes the skull.
He's very pragmatic in his gameplay. I think that's the word when you describe Bud. He's pragmatic. He has a system he follows.
I have to imagine, all those LCS players with YouTube channels, like how to climb to diamond. And their #1 tip is always like go into the practice tool and farm until your fingers bleed. I feel like Bud kind of took that to heart.
Well, actually what they do is they just show clips of Bud and they replace the name tag up top. As all of a sudden Zach's going in here onto Only One, who might just be the only one going down in this fight, and I think he might be. Norik picks up the kill. The score goes to 1-1, but the gold is still in Sensei Randall's favor.
Just a nice play. You burn the flash, but able to convert the kill. Unfortunately, it goes to Zach, but I mean, 1 kill on the Zach is better than no kill at all.
Now, I know Jian Wuqi is talking about in the chat. Listen, I'm going to say this man's been here for 5 seasons. He's only won 1 title.
Always bridesmaid.
And he says impressive showing nonetheless. The man is impressive. He's not so much a man as he is an idea. And I want to talk about that for a second. As Keegan does get first, and all of a sudden Slothman drops that Oh my god, they're able to stop so much. A great chain of CC, but I think Ruffian might go down. He jumps away, but he's gonna die to sheer fucking luck's ultimate. All of a sudden, Thresh is gone too. Top lane's gonna fight at the exact same time. Slothman now dropping low. He's trying to run away for his life. Can they continue to fight right here? So the only one in the binding connects. Oh my god, Sensei Randals pulling out the big stops as Daisy pushes him away from the top lane. Here comes Zach, though. He actually gets the CC this time onto Notorious Bud. A good riposte that time is going to keep him alive. Kang does not hit him. Oh my god, this game is nuts all of a sudden. You know, it's passive, and then boom.
All of a sudden, directed camera didn't know what to do with itself. Too much excitement.
People in chat, yeah, John, people have tried everything against this man, and only sometimes does one of the things work. He's an enigma. Notorious Bud isn't a player, he's not a human being. He's an idea at the game of League of Legends, and it's just a joy to you'll play against him, I think, maybe one day. I mean, it is a joy to play against it, a joy to participate in, to watch, to think about.
I'm just sitting here and I know that I'm witnessing history, and that is
transcends the idea of League of Legends.
Stay calm.
Urgot comes through with the Kraken Slayer. It just in one go. It just rolls up to the shop and just, you know,
I like that. That's a lot of damage coming from the top laner. Slothman's gonna drop that. Oh, it looks like actually they're maxing Flay on that Threshing ultimate here from sheer fucking luck. That's a lot of damage. He's gonna take the tower shot. The binding connects. There's a lot of damage. A couple autos and maybe an ultimate might be able to finish him off, but they're not gonna go for it. The ultimate not available for Ruffian right now. Sheer fucking luck's gonna heal up on a lot of minions here. Bud is a way of life. You're right, Bistro Mathematics. Bud is a way of life. Notorious Bud.
Seraphine coming down to Zach too. Setting something up. Nice hook.
This connects onto him. He's gonna go in though. I think this might be a little bit brave. Seraphine is here. They're actually really enough CC and make me eat my own goddamn words as they pick up 2.
Oh no.
And Morgana only gets 1 at the end of the trade there. Fresh does go down in the end. They're able to drop this Daisy here in the mid lane though. Kang getting zoned away. Fiora's gonna be able to take that tower up there in the top lane though. As all this is happening, the first tower goes over to the side of Urgottem.
Base race. Base race.
Base race for first tower. We're taking you all the way back to Season 8 of the LCS. Here at the Season 5 of the LBLCS.
The lane swap.
Lane swap, looking for first tower. They're able to trade 1-1. Oh my god, there's so much damage on the Kang. He's gonna go down in the end. Is that ult gonna be able to follow him deep enough? I'm not sure if it will. It is not. Oh my god, wait. They're able to take 2 down here in the bot lane. That's big. And Old No Name might realize how big it is. He does get the Black Shield onto him. He's able to CC enough people to live for a little bit longer. Oh my god, Ruffian goes in. He drops the ultimate. He's able to pick him up. That's 1 kill into this fight. Now all of a sudden, Slothman's in trouble. Here comes the Lonely One. He's moving from the mid lane. Old No Name has even more CC. A great W from Victor. He's going to pick up a nice lantern right there. Yo, near to here says, I'm near to you. Come on and take it. They're going to stay safe for a little bit longer. Notorious Bud says, yeah, Kang, let's freaking go. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready down to Cloud. Oh my god! He picks it up. That true damage is too much. He might be down 30 CS, but he's up a kill.
I can't believe he fell. It looked like he was gonna, you know, go the entire game with involved in no kills and no deaths.
That's his dream. That's his dream, by the way. I think in his, you know, Notorious Bud is sleeping at night. He's having a really nice night. He's dreaming his best dream. It's just him alone on the Rift, CSing for hours and taking towers.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting all 4 plates and just living his absolute best life.
Yeah. Sensei Randals is up in CS. They know how to karate chop. They haven't learned the kick yet. They're only intermediate.
Yeah, they're students. The squadron of, you know, purely trainees.
Foursquare says 16-minute Bud Watch checkup, just shy of 10 CS a minute, but 2 solo turrets picked up. It's true. However, he did sacrifice basically by not committing anything to bottom or rotating in any manner. I mean, you split the map, right? Bot lane lost 2 towers. You got 2 towers.
Kang's hiding. Here he goes.
Kang just going to pick up a lot of CS right there. Going to start to get a little bit closer to that Fiora CS number. People in chat, I want you to know that we have just created a bunch of social media accounts for the LBLCS, and the sole reason is to keep you updated on Bud and what he builds each game.
Set up a script for it and just reap the rewards.
We just want you to know what he's doing, what he's thinking, what he's building, how he's feeling. Here comes Zach trying to go to the mid lane. Norik not going to connect on that one, though. Fiora, oh my god, Fiora's near mid lane. This is the closest proximity Fiora's been to mid lane all year. He's going to get attacked here by Yorick. He's 3 levels down, though.
Go.
There are 2 people in the river. Oh, but he's just going to trade as much as he can before he can back out.
Yeah, now Victor is bot unmatched.
Dutch Krampus, I don't blame you for wanting to know what Bud is building at all times. Everyone wants to know that.
Yeah,
that's why it's going to be
public service.
Yeah, I know you're doing the whole podcast. Don't worry, you don't have to touch about Bud builds. We're going to do that in our social media. Don't you worry. A nice ultimate right there. A good channel. Oh my god, and a great zone is here. Slothman dodges the death sentence right after. They take a bot tower. They don't lose anything mid. Way to channel your jump on Tristana, too. I know a lot of people know this. It's something you can do. Notorious Bud trying to do a little bit more here on the backside. He's actually rotating over to his mid laners right here. Rexland dropping super low. Is he able to find it? A Raposi to keep him safe for a little bit longer, but I think he is going to get pulled in at the end by Urgot, and he does. They're able to pick up 2. They're looking for a 3rd kill right now. The only one is coming to the fight. Sheer fucking luck trying to escape with what he has, and it's sheer fucking luck if he's able to. He has another ultimate dropping out right now. He's able to pick up a 3rd kill in that fight. Victor picks up a kill onto that Thresh, though.
Nice extended fight there from Urgottem. Victor's bot, you know you have to do something. They get a double charm out of the bot lane. A really nice Sonya's came through from Slothman. He was able to dodge just a ton of shit.
You're right. Chat brought up a good point, Alex. You ready for it?
Yes.
So their name is Urgottem.
Yeah, it's the name of the game.
It's the name of their team. It's the name of their org. They did ban Urgot. Sensei Randals banned Urgot game 1. They traded that ban in the first 3 for Akali. Now Urgottem's got their name in the game.
And I mean, looking at it, you think, okay, well, that's the right call. You know, Rexland displayed Akali 3 times, but you know, was this, you know, over eager? Did they give up the Urgot? And that is actually the secret recipe.
Yeah, and it is interesting to see if we can find out soon. I will say, Bud still, in all of this, has more gold than Urgot. Urgot's pretty close in CS. He's got 2 kills, 2 assists.
It's not a surprise.
It's still wild to think about, though. Like, that he's still got more gold than him. The man just is on a different dimension. He plays League in a different reality.
Yeah, he's actually playing with Logitech foot pedals right now. A lot of people don't know this. He doesn't even have a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, he's trackpad and foot pedals. That's all he is.
Just and just the gas pedal. There are no brakes.
Nope. This man doesn't know what brakes are.
No. He was never taught.
He was never taught. 2 Drakes over to the side of Sensei Randals, though, is pretty important. As we see a big fight, Descent is actually connecting onto Old Name right now. He's going to get the Black Shield onto him. He's going to have to flash away, though, to save his own life. But Binding connects onto that Zac. We're not going to do too much. Or Daisy's just dropped, I think, for a zoning experiment right now. See what they can do. See how much they can protect their own vision. And Zac goes all the way in. There is no Black Shield this time for you. Old No Name sheer fucking luck picks you up. 9-9 goes the score. This gold lead's still a little bit in the favor of Urgottem, but Fiora's in that bot lane. She takes the 2nd tower down there.
Right away.
You are sacrificing an Ocean Drake for pressure across the map, and that is what Sensei Randals wants you to do.
Yeah, you trade a turret for a Drake. Would have been nice for Sensei Randals to pick it up. You're 1 away from Soul at that point, but I mean, not the worst thing in the world to trade it for a turret.
Yeah, oh my god. Notorious Bud is saying, hey, relax, you don't have that much life, actually. Kind of looking to fight you, dog. Oh, he's going to get picked up and killed right now, though. That does give a little bit of time for Sensei Randals to push up this mid lane. They do have the gold lead still, despite the kill lead now going into favor of Urgottem. They're going to back up, though. They say, okay, we can't trade across the map if everybody comes mid because Notorious Bud is down right now.
Hey, Bud has kind of inspired me. I feel like right after this broadcast, I just want to hop into solo queue and lock in Fiora.
Go call first. Only CS. Never be near your team.
see if I can play just an awful rip-off Bud in my solo queue games. Because, you know, I'll never be able to match that. But
No, I mean, yeah, this guy's an absolute hunk. He won, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe Season 2 and Season 3 biggest Chad in the superlatives. I believe Season 2 and Season 3, Notorious Bud won biggest Chad for obvious reasons.
you don't have to ask why.
You just watch the game and you'll know why.
Yeah. You spent 30 seconds and you... Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Fair call.
Take the
The
top
gold
tower.
is... Gold's still even. 23 minutes in. Miraculous.
So I will say, one of the biggest dangers of Sensei Randals actually is the fact that gold lead doesn't really matter to them. They play entirely around objective. They could be down 4K. As long as they have enough gold on Bud and you can split push,
Yeah.
there's a way into the game. I've seen these guys win games at 16 minutes in because they got an early Rift Herald and dropped it where Bud was. And Bud just ran it down with that Rift Herald and was able to take an inhib, and they push it for the victory. Like, there's certain things that happen in Sensei Randall's games that don't happen in anyone else's games. These guys, they're avant-garde compared to everyone else. Zach channeling right now, though, might leap in. It does. Ruffian just going to hop away. Not too much else going on. It is a 1-3-1 right now. Teleports up for this side of Sensei Randall's. No teleports up for this side of Urgottem.
Kang actually, he doesn't have the turrets to match, but he's doing a decent job as far as actual creep score goes of, you know, keeping it, you know, pretty competitive. He doesn't have the plates, he doesn't have the turrets.
He's got
does
the
have
CS,
to
though.
kill. So he's only down about 100 gold, which is, you know, pretty terrific given how last game went.
Oh, for sure. He did. I think he did get his favorite champ, though. I think that's something we should mention. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I would imagine in a team called Urgottem where T1 King gets, you know, Chad in the top lane, then he gets Urgot. That's something good.
Like Bjerg's and Zillion, it's just you
It's a
can't think of
staple.
one without the other.
Yeah, it's a staple of the team. Yeah, Onlo name trying to sweep around, did notice that there was a control ward in that bush, but knew he was not in a safe enough position to take it. Sheer fucking luck coming back here. Gonna take some stuff in the mid lane. CS back on up. Victor up in CS now over the Seraphine, but Ruffian down in CS against this Samira here.
I think Samira's going to be the key to the next team fight. She's been hopping all over in every fight this game, and has 6 kills to show for it. They're going to have all 10 summoners up for the next dragon fight, and I'm going to be watching the Samira, see what she can get cooking.
Yeah, forget all 10, Alex. Talk about all 20. In a couple seconds until all no names flashes up. This dragon fight is gonna decide this shit. I mean, this is such a big fight. Oh, man, this is gonna be real spicy right here, man. I mean, look at these numbers. If Samira gets hit by a binding, if Samira gets hit by the Ivern Q, which his name eludes me at this time. This game's gonna be different.
Same. I can't offer any help.
I didn't think you could, but I decided to say it slowly in case you could. I know you have 2 monitors, so maybe you're Googling, like, hey, what the fuck is Ivern's Q?
I'm on Bing.com as we speak, just
I'm on Bing.com as we speak.
Just hammering on my keyboard.
What the hell is the name of this ability? There's an Ocean Drake available. They are looking for an engage here. Victor actually running the super safe way to reconnect with his team. But Bud never will come join them. They're able to spot a lot of them out there. I might just start this up right now, actually.
Yeah, Urgot's kind of caught in no man's land. He was wandering between mid and top. He has TP, so he can come if need be, but at that point I think you're just sort of conceding an inhibitor.
I think you might be in a big fight. He's going to break out right now. The binding on the Thresh does connect a nice ultimate from Seraphine here, and here comes the teleport from Urgot. Oh my god! He steals the dragon! Ivern is in! The 2 kills already for Sensei. Randals looking for the 3rd right now. Are they going to be able to grab it? Samira is still up on the back line, but Ruffian goes in. He's looking for a pickup. He can't get it even with the exhaust on Samir. It's a huge fucking fight right on in here. Victor picks up the kill onto him. They're able to lock a lot more down. And now out of nowhere, they have sacrificed so much. And what can they get out of it? Can they get another kill? Oh, No Name drops super low. He does die in the end. Norik might be the end of the ace. He is an ace, and Notorious Bud is in the base. He is looking to end this game right now. The teleport comes out from Victor. Can they do it? Can they end the game before Urgot even knew it could be over? I don't think they can. They can take one inhib turret, or one Nexus turret. Can they take a second? They're looking for it. Oh my god, Notorious Bud actually uses the riposte. He does grab the aggro right there. He's going to die in the end of this, I think. He's trying to heal as much as he can. Oh my god, he's doing so much. He cannot save his life, though. The only one just going to trade some people right now. They're just keeping as much pressure on as they can. An absolutely wild fight.
It looked so good at the start for Urgottem. They had the positioning on the Drake, and then it falls apart just like that. The Dragon gets taken away. They lose 2 right away. Seraphine was caught well outside the pit.
Yeah.
Burned, Cleanse, and Flash. Couldn't actually get away. And at the same time, you just got Bud hammering away, earning himself an inhibitor. They're going to go for the Baron. He's fully in vision.
We just saw All No Name steal Dragon. I'm not comfortable if I'm Norik. I'm saying, guys, this is risky. No. I need you to know it's risky. I need, you know, Thresh to be on point with his play. Daisy is already in here. We're looking for some type of play that can save us. Oh my god, Fiora's teleporting onto him. There is no steal coming out, but Fiora's in there looking for the fight. They're trying to do as much as they can. Ruffian now doing a little bit of damage onto that Thresh. I think this is going to be a handshake and a walk away. Notorious Bud is looking for more. Oh, he's able to really shred. Look at the damage. Oh, did you have a health bar? I didn't see it. It's gone.
They get the Baron, which is good. That's closer than you would have liked if you're Norik. He actually, you know,
I would have been sweating.
Leave it with 83 health.
I would have been sweating.
Yeah, but Ivern used the Q early. He doesn't have a great way into the pit without Flash. He should have. Even the I'm not sure there's any reason for you to smite early there. You gotta make sure you're well into range. Sure. Seraphine picks it up though, so you know all is good.
Yeah, all is well that ends well. But will this one end well for them? The gold is pretty even, but 3 Drakes over the side of Sensei's. 30 minutes, 10 seconds, 11 seconds into this game here. We see a lot of Sensei Randals channeling their backs. The thing about this meta right now is, you know, one fight after 30 minutes can decide the entirety of the game. Notorious Bud lurking up there in the top lane, but if he gets caught, could be a totally different world. I mean, we are looking at an explosive end to this game. Which way will it go? Will you guys get your schmeckles that you think you deserve? Is No Name channeling going to take away some of his camps again, just trying to get another couple levels? Maybe for this next drag fight, it's in 1 minute 20 seconds. Could be really influential. Alex, you know, I think Sensei Randals have the advantage this game. Who do you see winning it?
I mean, Sensei Randals, other than a bit of a slip-up at Baron, which, I mean, really wasn't that catastrophic. Oh, here we go.
Oh my god! Hold your freaking phone! Fiora's got a cannon and she takes down Seraphine.
That's not great. On the side of Urgottem, that's not what you want. You've sort of sacrificed your ability to get a good setup around the drag. I mean, you already had that with the top inhibitor down, but I mean, you were certainly hoping that you were able to use this Baron to maybe, you know, get a little bit further outside your base. At this point, you're going to need to count, I think, probably on a steal from Norik, unless you really hustle everyone over there right away.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Oh, and they should be able to catch out T1 King right now, although he's doing a lot of damage on a really good repost, going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. T1 King does go down to the end, and now they're catching Yorick. Then the mid lane right here, a good amount of damage. That bomb is going to burst, but it's not going to do too much to that Zaku. A lot of resistances, has that Thorn Mail up still. Fiora's pushing up in the top lane. Oh, No Name's here in the mid lane with that Daisy. I think he's going to use it to soak some tower shots as they're looking to take that tower down right now. Fiora just dancing around that Nexus turret as they're taking down the mid inhibitor, which is something they need because that top inhibitor is spawning pretty soon.
We were talking about the important dragon fight. We're not even going to get one. They've just
I don't think there's going to be one. Norik goes all the way in up here in the top lane. A couple of auto attacks, and all of a sudden his health bar is deleted. The ultimate is dropped on to Nirda here. Can he finish him off? He cannot. Samir is able to pick up that kill. A nice almost game save for a little bit longer, but here comes Ruffian going all the way in, not afraid of anything. A Flay does not hit. Okay, oh my god.
Whoa!
That's a triple. That's a quadra. That's a pentakill out of sheer fucking luck.
That was very nicely done. He was dancing all over the place.
Wait,
happy
the teleport's
feet.
coming in. Hold up. Urgot's pushing. Everybody's dead for 30 seconds.
Got a lot of time.
Does he have time to finish this off, though? He is just circling around this tower. Oh my god, I am tense as a MacGuffin. I'm feeling something in my shruffin. This could be a really close game. This actually could be decided right now. There's still 13 seconds on them. I think they're just going to be able to get this in him. I don't know if anything else will be gotten by Urgottem. They early pick up that dragon, so that's a really solid second Drake they're able to pick up. Maybe Sensei's went a little too deep. Maybe they need that advanced karate training.
And now, I mean, whole new ball game. You've got the inhibitor respawned on the top side. One's still down in the mid, maybe a little bit less crucial. You're able to trade it for one of your own. Delay the potential soul by another 5 minutes.
Okay,
Your
hear me out.
Samira
Hear me out.
just
Hear me out.
popped
Hear me
off
out.
for a pentakill.
At 36-38, Sensei Randals wins the game.
36-38.
36-38. Sensei Randals. I'm calling it right now.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that.
I'm saying this
you know.
is going to be an absolute brawl in about 2 minutes. The winner of it takes it. And you know what? I think Sensei Randals, because I know this team, because I've seen them play, they've got the chutzpah. Sheer fucking luck's slapping away. Making me swear every couple of minutes every time I bring up his name. I should just call him something else.
Yeah. Just not good for the children listening.
Just, there's so many children, like 2 years old, 3 years old, and this guy Sheer, he is ruining it.
This actually comes on right after Little Einstein. A lot of people don't know this.
A lot of people know. In fact, 0 people know this. But this is the immediate program after Little Einstein.
Right after. It's Mighty Machines right into this.
And you know what? It's gonna Sensei Randals could impact a lot of people's brains. So could Urgottem. Bootcamp. They are that academy team to Urgottem Prime. Literally an Urgot.
The AAA affiliate they've got.
The AAA is the AAA affiliate. Gold's still super even. Fiora splitting up in the top lane. They're going for this Baron. I really hope someone can win in the next 100. I was gonna say 140. Just 1 minute and 40 seconds is what I was going for, but I said 140.
36-38. If this doesn't come true, I hope you know I'm going to be very disappointed.
Notorious Bud has teleport available. I'm going to say that out loud. Okay. Name has stolen more than one dragon in this series. Not this game, but this series. And they're dancing around the Baron. Seraphine's trying to deal with the wave in the mid lane. She gets pinged out. This game's tense. The comms in both of these teams are tense. I'm watching this game and I'm tense. You're watching this game and you're tense, not because you're watching this game, but because this is your first time casting for the LBLCS.
As I said before, I'm shaking.
Absolutely shaking. And you know what? Rexland is so fucking nervous. Has the flash up, has the cleanse up, but it still goes down. That's a shutdown right there. Oh my god, wait. 30 seconds. If they end the game in 30 seconds, I'm right. What did I say? 36-30. What?
36-38.
36-38. Oh my god, I don't think they can do it in 20 seconds. They're gonna be so wrong. But Baron is getting shredded right now. The teleport's coming out. It might just be the Baron that's taking at that time. We're going to see what ends up happening. Notorious Bud slashing and dashing across the way. A massive heal for his team does come out. They're able to pick up everybody. And around that time, they do get the ace. Almost perfect timing.
Hey, the ace at 36-38, that's good enough for me.
Is that good enough for you? Because I feel like I nailed it in a certain way. Like they got the win there. They didn't break the Nexus,
but they got the win. Unlucky from sheer fucking luck there. He got his first ultimate proc off and was stunned about a half second in, so, you know, just unlucky from him, but I mean, at the end of the day.
Urgot Bootcamp, you guys were facing titans of the LBLCS. The only team to be here 5-7 seasons, and they take you down 2-0. Hopefully you get your redemption come playoffs. But ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 Sensei Randals again, starting off a lossless season. Crazy to everybody who bet Schmeckles on that game. Guys, if you're playing at home, it takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to tango. It takes 5 to tango. That's never a thing I've said. But if it is, get fucked. We are going to transition over to look at some of these statistics here and do a couple of interviews. So if the representatives of those teams could just send me a DM really quickly, I can get you up on in here and get you talking to us about what's going on. Join the community if you're either from Urgottem Bootcamp or Sensei Randals. We're going to pull you on up. Only if I want to talk to you, though.
Yeah, that's the crucial part.
It's very crucial. Alex knows. Very crucial. He's not Jerome. He's Alex. It's very crucial. I'm only going to pull you up if I want to talk to you. But I think I always want to talk to Bud. Bud's just... I can't say this, and I don't know how to say it. But Bud is like a... I'm not going to say it. I'm going to pull up his captain. Pulling up his captain right now, all no name, the captain of Sensei Randals, the team that just went 2-0, the team that is undefeated so far in the LBLCS. What do you got to say for the side of Sensei Randals?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think we played those games really well. I was really happy with that. It's always nice to see us like executing in matches the way we're executing in scrims.
Sure.
So I'm feeling pretty happy right now. Yeah, that's about it.
I want to talk about one thing. It's actually not even in this series, and it's only a couple of questions before I pull Rexland, the mid laner from the other team, into here. Game 2 of your previous series, a series that was not streamed by myself.
Yes.
Notorious Bud played Brand. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So that one, that took some thought, right? So there's some history to this, as you know. We put Bud on Vel'Koz top last season.
Yes.
Against the Mordekaiser, and he did very well. So we always kind of have like the mage top pocket pick to, deal with certain picks that you just can't play Fiora, Trundle, or etc. onto. And so when we saw them pick the Teemo, we kind of recognized that we didn't have any picks left out of what they had like banned and etc. that would work into that.
Sure.
And so we gave him the Brand because Vel'Koz can just get run down, but Brand, the closer you get to him, the easier it is for him to hit his Q. And so that was the choice we went with, and it worked out. I don't think his score reflects how impactful he was on that game.
Interesting. Okay, and so I'm going to follow that up with another question that kind of involves it. It's not totally about it, but you're the jungler for your team, and you're the captain, but does Bud's champ pool make you have to be able to play certain champions so that every pick can be a flex? Like, obviously, I've seen you play Trundle. You've played Trundle before in other games. Or rather, is his champ pool dictative of what you have to practice or what you have to learn to be able to play with your team?
To a certain extent, because I'm usually the one that kind of pulls the team comp together with whatever my pick is.
Sure.
So you saw me a lot on Maokai last season because that was like the singed. We needed the engage. We needed the like pure tank, and that's what worked out for it. So like to an extent, but I always like cultivate my picks, so there's still things I want to play for the most part.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll like end up on like Rammus or Sejuani and have a terrible time because I don't like playing them, even if I'm doing well.
Sure.
But outside of that, like I'm usually still on champions I enjoy. Ivern's one of my favorites. I'm very glad he's good right now because otherwise I would have never gotten away with this last season.
Yeah, he definitely he got a recent buff too. Like that, basically, like very recently became more in the meta too. So that definitely affects your guys and how you're going to end up playing this season. You're in a totally different league this season than you were last season. I know you're also still in a league which has internal tilt, which can be a little bit of a big rivalry for you. Definitely at the LBLCS, we're looking at that. We're thinking about you versus Velveteen, and how does that story develop? Where are you guys going to go with it? Do you know what week you're playing them? And if you don't, we will absolutely try to cast that game because that is a big game in terms of.
Yeah, I think it's either midway through or late in the season.
It's
I think
later
it
in
like
the season. It's not the next couple of weeks. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's around when we play. I don't know, maybe Mr. Ruffian could come up with some clutch info for me and drop it in chat, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, drop it in chat if you do find out. Thank you so much, Oh No Name, for coming on in here. We're going to pull up the mid laner right now as you drop out of here from Urgottem Bootcamp. I mean, this guy, game 1 was absolutely insane on that Akali. So freaking insane they had to ban it game 2. Rexland, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Despite the 2 losses, I feel like we feel a little good about that game, despite how it turned out.
So, Alex, I know you haven't had a lot of chance to talk, and here's the thing: I don't want to give you a chance to talk, Alex. I want to talk over you.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know that you're passive and I'm alpha, and I'm really into this relationship, and I'm just gonna DM you for your number right now. But Rexland, you popped off on that Akali. You had to switch gears a little bit come game 2. You did not get the kind of aggressive mid laner that we're talking about. But was there a big conversation before draft about that top laner?
So about the top laner, we expected a lot of heat going in, and we wanted to get Kang on some nice stuff there. And then they said no. They said we don't want to see Kang on anything, and we put him on Ornn anyway and still clapped him up. So I mean, I don't think we're very scared of it, honestly, considering Kang is just gonna kick his ass every time.
Wow, okay. So one of the things we did talk about too on stream, and you guys can watch this back. Obviously, I recommend doing VOD reviews and everything. The top laner on the enemy team had the gold lead almost 100% of the time, and it's something I want to talk about. Is he lost 0-4-0 in game 1, but had the most gold by like 2K. So it's this. I know you guys are new to the league, and I'm so freaking pumped about you because you 2-0 week 1. You came in here and you gave Sensei Randals a fight, which is and I'm gonna give you a little bit of lore. Okay, Rexland, take a deep breath, sit back. This is the only team that's ever been an LBLCS since the start. So these guys have communication. It's not all the same players. All No Name and Notorious Bud are only the 100%ers who have been in like every game since season 1. But like, these guys have communication. The fact that you guys gave them a run for their money says something in week 2 about you guys. Like, you guys are an org. I know that you have Urgottem like Prime up in the executive league. I know that you guys are seriously about Urgot. Is that like a requirement for your org, by the way?
You're just gonna have to watch more of the league to find out.
I'm gonna have to. You're right. I'm gonna have to watch more of the league to find out.
Wow.
I'm kind of excited about it. But you guys gave them a goddamn run for their money. That's actually very impressive in my mind, especially since there was a point in the game where I was like, oh my god, these guys are gonna win. Which is not a thing I normally say against Sensei Randals. Normally, I'm all Sensei Randals. I'm saying these guys are going to take it. You guys were pushing. You had like 6-1 on Akali. You had a pentakill on the Samira. Like, you guys were putting in work in this game, and I was really into it. What were comms like throughout both games? Like, were they very different? Were you guys really thinking about comps that you had practiced before?
Comms were pretty calm throughout the whole game, I think. We weren't really razzled after game 1 or after any like kind of blunders game 2. We just kind of kept running through the game plan. Game 1 kind of went how we wanted it. We had to pivot a little bit, but we had pretty much what we wanted. In game 2, I feel like we had pretty much what we wanted. I think we just had to clean up some macro decisions, and I think we just had to just a cleaner macro, and we would have had both those games.
I do agree with you. I think that, but the thing too, though, that this team provides you is the experience of the different macro. A lot of teams in the division that you are in are going to play. You're going to play this like 0-5-0, right, where they are playing with their 5. This team is not. You know what I mean? This team is going to make you split. They're going to make you to the 1-3-1. They're going to make you to the 1-4. They're going to make you think about how are you allocating your resources, where are you providing the most amount of pressure. I think you guys drafted super well come game 2. Game 1, I was a little bit worried because you only had a Kali and your I think it was a Kaisa to deal a lot of the damage. Everybody else was a little bit lower on the damage side. Game 2, I thought your draft was super solid. I really liked it. I really liked the Urgot. I really liked the Samir, the Seraphine in the mid lane. Is that something that you have been working on to be able to incorporate in draft, or is that something that you just like?
No, it's definitely something I've definitely worked on to use for carry positions. I can kind of flex into that support role if needed. We've been trying to go and push our players to go and do different things, the different roles. So it's just one of the things we use, or the tools in the toolkit, you know.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, you got to have different ideas to pull out and different things to do. Listen, man, I got to tell you, you were so good that on that Akali that the other team banded it out and they left your name of your team up, which was Urgot. So, Rexland, I mean, take a bow. Enjoy the fact that you absolutely decimated on that champion. You 1v1'd Fiora, despite her having about 90 CS more than you.
Two level leads as well, by the way.
2 level lead as well. You know what? Clip it. Anyone who's still watching the
Let
game.
him know. Let him know.
Go back. Alex is saying let him know. Go let him know. Go clip that. Put it in highlights in the LBLCS. Make sure everybody knows Rexland 1v1 Notorious Bud, and it was a stomp for Rexland. I'm really excited to watch you guys play. I hope you guys make it to playoffs. I really want to cast more of your guys' games. Hopefully, Rexland, I know you may or may not know this, but I am in the same league you're in. And I'm also a mid laner.
Yeah, well, I'm looking to crush you.
You're looking to crush me? I'm looking
honestly.
to lose to you gracefully and then decimate you in team fights. That's what I'm looking to do.
Humble in defeat.
Humble in defeat, and then incredibly aggressive towards your bot lane, which is lower level than me, which is really my MMO. Rexland, thank you so much for coming to the interview. Really appreciate it, man. I hope you guys have a fantastic season, and I can't wait to play against you guys.
Yeah, can't wait. Thanks for having me.
No problem, dude. Have a good night. Alex.
Wow.
This is a crazy night. I know it's your first stream. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. I had a lot of fun. Learned a lot about the lore and legend of the LBLCS.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great.
I think you might be in more streams pretty soon because your attitude is just so... It's just like, go get them.
That's what I'm here to do.
You're here to go get them?
That's my job. Here to get them.
Well, unfortunately, Urgottem could not go get him tonight. Sensei Randals taking 2-0. And as Alex has never given a end of the stream, full recap, anything, I'm going to force him to say the last words of the stream tonight. And as Alex has never said, but will start to say every single end of stream, you gotta say
6-2 to tango?
it takes 2 to tango, baby!
2 to tango.
It takes 2 to tango. Drink at home. Everybody have a great night.